Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers, Taylor Gatwood, and RC with us tonight. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
And nothing much. So ready for someone to be over with. Tired of it. Tired.
Ready for football season.
All right. You know, the first preseason game is Thursday.
I will not watch it.
I'm going to tune in. I'm going to have it on in the background. Can I just hear football and announcers going?
Waste of time.
I'm just going to have it playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? Getting that sound. You know how you go to sleep, you put it on some ocean waves, some raining. That's how I'm going to be.
Boy, you don't need that.
What they call it, white noise.
That's not going to help you sleep very much, man.
What? Well, you know, Caleb Williams, he's not playing. He decided not to play in the first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game. I think they play 4 anyway.
He didn't decide. He wanted to play.
Oh, excuse me. His coach said no.
Yeah, you know they're not gonna put. Why would they put him out there in a meaningless Hall of Fame game where you've seen people get hurt on that field and can't?
Man, let him lead a drive and take him out.
I don't think they put no starters are playing. That's why I will not be watching.
Well, I think they play 4 preseason games anyway. They play the Hall of Fame game
because they got the Hall of Fame.
All right. So yesterday, guys, I did the drawing for the fantasy football lineup where we're gonna be drafting.
Oh,
so I decided to tell y'all right here on the show. Y'all like that?
I bet I got the last pick.
Y'all want to hear it right now?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me get a little music. Cue the music. All right. In our fantasy football league, our money league, Ben Reynolds have the number 1 pick.
That's rigged, bro. That's rigged.
That's how, you know. Y'all know I hate drafting first. I don't like drafting first.
McCaffrey's gone.
I'm today old. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you today's old. You didn't know that. I don't like drafting number 1. I like to draft in the middle of the pack, right? I feel like you get a lot more value that way. So this guy Matt, I used to work with him. He's number 2. Another guy named David I used to work with. He's number 3. RC is number 4. Number 4.
Hold on, draft this time.
Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. That's who. Sam. Hope you listening. You're number 5, buddy. And number 6, Flowers. Got one of the best draft positions. 6. So, Gatwood, you waiting for your name?
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Yeah,
I knew this was gonna happen.
Keep waiting, buddy.
I was last, bro. I got last.
Keep waiting, buddy. No, I was just playing. You have number 7. You number 7.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
And my UPS drivers, he's number 8. Then Joel, he's number 9. And my brother-in-law who won last year is dead last, at number 10.
I mean, 10 and 11.
What you say?
I said, what a
You'll
way.
get 10 and 11.
Right. So I'm gonna be editing the lineups this week. That means y'all can go ahead and start practicing with some mock drafts or something, and see who y'all gonna take. But how y'all be drafting, it doesn't matter, cause y'all be drafting all different kind of ways. I don't know who's gonna be on the board, who's gonna be off the board. Some guys get taken too early, some guys just left on the board too late.
We forgot you're just the guru over here.
Hey.
Ain't never won
Hey,
this league.
Yeah, I won the league twice.
This league?
Yes. Before you got in there, before you came
in the 90s.
in the 90s, before you came in my league, RC, I have won this thing twice. Gatwood had won it once. I think you won it once, Gatwood, and I won it twice.
Yeah, I won it. Yeah, I've won one league of each of yours.
Right.
So as the league is constructed with the people that's in it right now, you have a goose egg. Okay? You have not won anything. That's been your brother-in-law and myself. You have not won anything. I'm talking about as constructed. Me and Flower just came on board. It's a new group. You have not. For you to have all the players, you have the number one pick. For you to be, you are Jerry Jones of fantasy football right now.
No. I have the hardware. And I'm relevant to this day. My thing is, look, look, you talking about how I won anything. I got my money back last year. I came in third place. And I'm pretty sure in the Olympics, they're giving out bronze medals. So I got a bronze medal.
You be happy with that third place trophy, man.
Participation award, man.
I just want my money. At that point, I was just happy to get my money back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to come up with nothing.
I'll never forget when RC beat me by like 1 or 2 points that one time to put me out of the playoffs, man.
That's happened to me twice, Gatwood. That happened to me in another league where the Cincinnati Bengals. It was the game where the Bengals upset the Broncos or vice versa. It was something like that where when the Broncos was actually pretty good and the Bengals was good. That's what it was. And that's when they had Jeremy Hill and them boys. And they lost to the Broncos. I'll never forget that.
All right. So we're gonna start off with some humor today. Did y'all see the Raiders players at camp?
Yeah.
Yesterday or 2 days ago?
I seen that crap, man.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
It is kind of funny though.
But why would they do that? I mean, they beat Mahomes late in the season, so I guess they feeling themselves. But why do that?
I'm going on record now saying you barking up the wrong tree. That ain't the guy. Yep. They don't. I mean, that guy has. The Raiders have been irrelevant. He ain't worried about the Raiders. Like they barking up. He don't need motivation. He don't need motivation, though.
He don't. I don't understand the point of doing that. So Patrick Mahomes actually saw the video, right, guys? And he actually came out in the press conference to address it. I guess they asked him about it, and he gave his little 2 cents about it.
The video of the Raiders with the Muppet of you. Is that something that you kind of compartmentalize and use when you get ready to play them?
Yeah, I mean, it's still early in the year. Kind of stuff like that happens. It'll get handled when it gets handled.
He said he'll get handled when it get handled.
He ain't worried about them. He ain't worried about
that.
The Raiders ain't won a championship since Florida. Okay, so you think this dude, I want to say this. First of all, he's my GOAT. Y'all know why I'm calling him my GOAT. They're throwing in my damn side. It's a nightmare. I watched the Super Bowl on my phone because my service went out where I was at. So it was even much more of a horror having to watch the ESPN app and know he got the ball and know what he's about to do. The Raiders don't even have a quarterback. The Raiders, of all people, man, AP, this blood on your head. This on your head, bro.
Yeah, you can't let that happen in
Hey,
camp.
and
Put some respect on Minshew.
most of them in that division with Mahomes. He know what I'm talking about. Leave that dude alone, man. Leave that dude alone.
It was funny,
I
ain't gonna lie.
come on here. I gotta see that loser of a quarter. Now I'm playing though.
Bro, listen, y'all got him twice. Did y'all beat him twice? Or did y'all beat him once? Should have beat him twice.
Once they beat him
It
once.
should have been twice.
Later
It
in
Should
the
have been
season.
twice.
One.
But the Broncos ain't, and the Chargers ain't. Harbaugh won't do this. Harbaugh ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, and that's why they had greatness. Patrick Mahomes
Boom!
shot in the item shop. 20% off right now, guys. Go copy. Go copy right now. All right. Let's go on the fast break. I do want to touch on Tatum. So Tatum didn't play any single minute versus Serbia. Atwood. Did Steve Kerr make a mistake by not playing Tatum at all?
I mean, they won by 30, so I mean, I guess not. To be honest, I mean, when Kevin Durant comes back, I mean, he was 8 for 9 from the field. So I mean, I didn't have a problem with it, but
he's a reigning NBA champion. You know, took the Celtics to the NBA championship. They won, and he didn't get not one playing minute, not 5, not 10.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. I mean, especially when Derek White and Drew Holiday were getting minutes and they were on that same team with them. But I don't know. I think people are looking into it maybe a little bit too much, but I don't know.
Flowers, are people making it too big of a deal of Tatum not playing?
No, I don't think they are making too much of a big deal about it because there's a lot to be questioned about it. First of all, Steve Kerr's wrong. I don't care if I've been hearing BS all day about Serbia's big and they needed White and Holiday for the guards. Tatum's 6'10", he's a two-way player. He can defend. For that man not to touch the floor is totally on Steve Kerr. But I will say this: Jason Tatum passive aggressiveness has showed far as him not being an alpha and has allowed him to be passive aggressive and sit back and just watch LeBron and company take all the glory and ball hog and everything else and take all the shine. So I kind of blame him for that too because he's sitting back. And I've heard stories earlier saying that he was making a ruckus saying that he wanted to touch this and that. I don't know how far I believe that, but I just think him being passive aggressive like he is just played into allowing people like KD and LeBron to, still show that they're probably still in the top 5 of the league. I mean, you got the best players together, and those two and Anthony Davis are sticking out like a thorn. So, I blame it on Steve Kerr, and I blame a lot of it on Jason Tatum too because of his passive aggressive.
RC, if you're Tatum, how you feeling about this?
Man, we talked about this in the NBA Finals. How everything with Kid is cringeworthy. Like, is even seeing him sitting on the bench and chewing the gum fast and his eyes going back and forth. Dude, you're not really mad. Like, you bothered, but you ain't Jaylen Brown bothered. You're not coach. There's no way you sit a star ever. You'll never see this happen. And he gonna be cool about it. You can't sit Anthony Edwards for an entire game in the Olympics and he not get up at a press conference. I don't give a damn if it's the Olympics or whatever it is and not say nothing. Jason Tatum is quiet. I don't want him to tap into any levels of who he's not. But like Flower says, it plays against him. It works against him. It don't work in his favor, especially in moments like this. Steve Kerr was wrong. Like, Jason Tatum can play all 5 positions, in my opinion. I think he can handle it out front. I think he can play on the block. There's nothing he can't do with a basketball. He can play against the Serbia and the Sudan. These players not on his level. It's just, but he probably told him, man, look, you probably going to get very many minutes. And, he went with it because he's thinking about the team concept. But there's no way LeBron James at 40 years old is playing more minutes than me. It's just not going. Like, nothing against LeBron, but I'm saying I'm better than him for sure. But he took it, and so by him taking it, this is where we at. But he should have played.
Right, like even 10 minutes, give him some type of playing time. I mean, he too big of a star to sit like that. Not
No
get him
excuse.
into a rotation. It's no excuse
Not
to
at
have
all.
a guy of that caliber sitting on your bench and not utilize him in any sort of way. And like you said, he can defend all five, man. He can play. Oh, so I don't understand the whole argument of wing defenders when he literally guard wing defenders all the time. Oh, what you about to say, Flowers?
Oh, I thought you were gonna go to most first. I can wait after most.
Most. So what do you think about Steve Kerr's decision?
I mean, they won big, and KD was hot. You know, it's that simple. And I was trying to find any interview he's done. I don't think he said anything about it, so I don't think it's that much. You know, I don't think it's anything, honestly. But if we being honest, he's not the best player on that team. Now, I will say that I don't think Embiid should be getting more minutes than him, but because Embiid been playing terrible. But other than that, I mean, they won big. I mean, not everybody can play when it comes to this Team USA basketball. Not everybody is able to play it. So, you know, I stand by the decision.
I'm glad you said that. This is what I want to piggyback off. If the United States won by 30, you mean to tell me they couldn't find any spot where they could put Jay?
That's when you play them.
That what makes it even worse. They blew him out. So you mean to tell me why is LeBron James in the game the last 3 minutes padding his stats?
Because of the I mean, you gotta put your mindset into the players. Some players don't like playing garbage minutes like that.
Okay,
for some players that's disrespectful.
I would rather play in garbage time than to sit on the damn bench the whole game and look like a fool.
It's really not garbage minutes though. You go ahead.
Yeah, as an athlete, you definitely hot. I'd rather get garbage men times than not even warm up. They ain't break sweat. I ain't got to hit the shower, Scott. I ain't do anything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's unexcusable, especially with Tatum's stature.
First of all, Devin Booker is the cog in this whole problem. Devin Booker should not be on this Olympic team. You're looking at, and then you brought 3 Celtics. Okay, if you're going to bring 3 Celtics, you know, Derek White and Devin Booker are the 2 that should be the out. I mean, not Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, like I said, you're looking at, that's why we got to be careful about calling people soft and not tough enough and all. That has nothing to do with his skill set. He is one of the best players in the NBA. He is better than Bird laid on his back. Magic set his ass down. Stockton and play. It's all about knowing your role. LeBron still, he won't relinquish being who he is. And I don't blame him. If you still can run the league and be the best player, then you do that. But you're not. You're not the best player. You're not. And KD was hot. He was. But to Flowers' point, you drugged this team. And I'm sure before you got up by 30, you was up by 10 or 15. Just go on and let him get him in there.
Well, to be honest, the game was pretty close when Jokic was in. The problem was when Jokic went on the bench. The
second half.
Also, the Devin Booker, I think I'm fine with Devin Booker being on that team. It's really Joel Embiid.
But listen, what has Booker done in the league here lately?
What's that?
The last 2 years, how you see Booker versus you see Tatum? Who you value more? My point exactly. You just blew your breath because you know what I'm saying. Devin Booker ain't did nothing to be on the Olympic team right now. It's just this is my point. How is Devin Booker on the Olympic team who's been on teams that were built to win championships with super teams? But Jaylen Brown, I'm talking about, I gradually watched him develop and get better. Booker has tapped out. He's at his ceiling.
Well, we all know it's politics.
I know it's politics. That's why Booker's on the team. Embiid, I don't have no problem with it. It's Booker.
What? How you not have a problem with Embiid? He's
only big man. They play better,
but they play better with him on the bench than starting.
That's 2.
Bam and AD. Bam and AD are the big guys. Bam and AD are more built for the Olympics, for this type of play.
Joel ain't been playing good, man.
And Joel I agree with you most. Joel, there are 4 guys on this team who, if I'm a fan of those teams, I'm worried about them doing anything come the regular season because they known to get injured. Age gonna play a fact. They're playing the most minutes. You can't have Joel and KD already know the cap situation. He already know what that can turn into. So it's a couple of guys.
Serious question. If and this anybody can answer this. If JT couldn't do what was needed to be on the team, why is he on the team? If he can't win, if he cannot be himself, why is he on the team?
No, I agree. I agree with y'all because
shouldn't that be a question more towards Derek White?
No, I'm talking. No, this is a change. Like Derek White fits the mold, right? He fits the mold. So Steve Kerr can sit Jason Tatum for a whole game not playing. So what? So what? He doesn't. He can't play defense. Well, what is it? What's the problem?
No, I agree with you.
Wouldn't JT? Come on, guy. Wouldn't JT get the star of Derek White? I mean, that just common sense.
Like I don't want to hear nothing about Derek White. He can guard the guard. JT he can guard too. I mean, when you're on the team, when you're on Team USA, from my understanding, I'm 35 years old. I've seen quite a few teams to play in the Olympics. You give up your egos. It's supposed to be everybody together for one cause. And I'm quite sure JT will sacrifice and do whatever needed to be on the floor.
But let me ask you this: if Derek White, if the Mavericks win the championship, do y'all think Derek White will be on the Olympic team?
No.
So that makes my point. That makes my point even more. He's only viewed as valuable because they're saying they're trying to build a team to play in it. We're playing their style of basketball year round. Why we get to there and say we haven't adjusted? We already adjusted. We're playing positionless basketball. Everybody on the team right now can play. Except Derek White. You can't put Derek White at the 5. You can put LeBron there. You can put AD can play if he wanted to. He can play 2 through 5. I don't know if he can play the 1. He was a guard in high school, but a lot of these guys can play positionless basketball. Derek White is a role player. Drew Holiday can play the 2 if he wanted to. Drew tough. He can get on the block if you need him to. But Derek White, I blame Kawhi. That's what I blame.
He wants to get in. He just won that free trip. He won that free trip to Las Vegas.
I think Steve Kerr knew that Jason Tatum was the only superstar he could do like that without them not saying something. That goes with what Flowers was saying. He kind of did it to himself in a way.
Yeah. Flower hit that one out of the park. That personality trait. Yep.
So Gatwood, do you think Steve Kerr got something against Jason Tatum?
I mean, I'm not saying that. It just doesn't make sense, really.
He just took advantage of his kindness, like his laid back demeanor. That's what he did.
Do that. Who cannot get away with this? Who personality? Which it's like Waterboy when the guy get ready to kick the ball, and he looked at Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum is like, when he's sitting on the bench, he don't even know how to be mad. He probably, come on, Kobe, help him now, help me, Kobe. Because I don't even know how to look upset. I just look disappointed, like my mom told me.
You can tell. You can tell.
Yeah, what star player don't want to play in the Olympics? Like, come on, that's crazy.
A star like Tatum, like that.
Yes.
I mean, even on the previous Dream Team, we can go to Dream Team. We can go back 2020 when Durant was the best player. Who was the second best player behind Durant? Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
How are we going to take that away from him 4 years, past that, and say that he can't get on the floor? Yep. That's crazy. Yep. That is crazy.
It blew my mind.
Steve Kerr, who ruined James Wiseman's career. Now, Steve Kerr, you do have 4 championships.
He didn't ruin James Wiseman's career.
He ruined James Wiseman because he don't know how to use it. He don't know how to use James Wiseman. He got to have.
You said James Wiseman was sorry?
Hold on.
Yeah, that dude.
Come on, man. No.
So look at the bigs that Kerr has had as a coach. They've been like role players, hustle guys, Zaza, Looney. James Wiseman was a generational talent who could do a lot of different things. How do he fit in an offense where the ball dominant guys on the wing?
I got one more. You see, he didn't know how to use DeMarcus Cousins when he had him.
Come on.
That's true.
I give you that.
True. Dude, he's the most overrated coach of all time, man. He
got carried. That's Doc Rivers.
Yeah, but he got
I
carried
don't
his
know.
whole life.
Nah,
But Steve Kerr team's always been loaded, though. Steve Kerr.
If we being real, that's George Karl, to be honest.
Doc Rivers, man. George Karl.
Look,
George Karl probably done more. He had to wait on that Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. That was all they had, and then with Melo and them, he got to corral egos.
He messed
Doc
up.
Rivers.
He messed up that, man.
Doc
Bolster
Rivers
should be the head guy to me.
Right, he should be. All right, let's move on to some NFL. I have a video to show y'all. Take this down. Clicking the wrong buttons here. So we have two quarterbacks that got paid. One is Tua. So he came to practice excited and hyped. Let me see if I have his number here.
You got his number?
4 years, $212 million.
Kind of got low ball, didn't he?
Lower than J Love.
Yep, that's lower than J Love.
He should be lower than J Love.
And
Damn.
J Love
got 4 years, $220 million.
I've been waiting to get to it. I'm gonna tell y'all why he should be lower than J Love.
Go ahead.
Tua came into this season knowing I gotta stay injury free, no concussions. Got my weight. You had to get your weight down. His body changed drastically, did it not? Everybody agree?
Mm-hmm.
So when you came in the league, if you'd have applied that method, whatever you did in the summer, that LeBron James method, you probably wouldn't have been on your ass as much as you were. You got it together because you knew it was a contract year. Okay? Everybody looked good in the contract year. Do we all agree about that? Okay.
Yep.
I agree with you, but Tua different. He kind of on a different path.
Okay. Now watch this. I know I only got a small sample size of Jordan Love, but in that small sample size of Jordan Love, if it had not been for a miraculous catch by Brandon Ayuk, just a lot of freaky shit happened in the second half. They're finna beat the team that went to the Super Bowl, the Avengers. That team was loaded. The 49ers were loaded. And Green Bay had them on the ropes. I was terrified, had given up. Okay? Then they go into Dallas. Nobody's beating Dallas in Dallas. Nobody. The refs not letting you do it. The Cowboys not letting you do it. Ask the Detroit Lions. And they didn't just beat them. They beat the dog shit out of them. Okay? And he looked like a younger version of Aaron Rodgers in those two games. That's small sample size. I watched Tua Fish go to Kansas City and he looked frozen. Okay? In the big game, they beat no teams that were good. They were the AFC's version of the Cowboys. Am I lying?
I agree.
That was embarrassing.
I agree, but I have to take up for Tua, RC. I got to take up for Tua.
Go ahead.
I feel like the organization has failed Tua. Even though they got Mike McDaniel now, they're on a righteous path. Prior to McDaniel, the organization failed Tua. I mean, they still haven't gave him an offensive line. You know, with all that firepower, you know, for the skill positions and so on, they don't protect Tua. They went to Kansas City and they got folded because, of course, they're not physical enough. So I do want to give Tua the props of for him to come out of the situation he came out of with Flores and to now thrive with McDaniel. What if he had McDaniel when he was a rookie? You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan Love was able to have Aaron Rodgers, a great organization, so he was able to grow. And the Packers, obviously, they know what they got. But I just feel like Tua's come from so much more, and just he's had to prevail for so much more. So I don't want to slight him. I mean that number is fine. I just feel like if he was in a better situation, he would have got more. I feel like him and Jordan Love are the same, but of course, I just feel like Green Bay is the better organization.
I'm not scared of Tua, brother. I'm gonna tell you why I ain't scared of Tua. All Alabama quarterbacks are the same, all the way back to Greg McElroy, what's his name, McCarron, all of them. Even Jalen Hurts, they all the same. They top. Even Jalen Milroy, who all of a sudden people just think he can't process stuff quick enough. Everything they top out quick. You know what you're getting out of Jalen Hurts. You've seen the best of Jalen Hurts. There's nothing else you're gonna see. And he got all that talent around. You look at the Miami Dolphins, they are the great value version of the 49ers. They run the Packers, the Niners, and the Dolphins run the same offense. The difference is Jordan Love got the less talent out of the three. Brock Purdy is sitting with, he got a lot of bullets to shoot. Tua got everything you need to win. He don't have the offensive line that the Niners do, but we ain't just got a great offensive line either.
Green Bay
look at Jordan Love. They're young and growing together. They're supposed to be 2 years from now doing what they doing. See what I'm saying? And now you get them Josh Jacobs. I'm scared of Green Bay. I want the Miami Dolphins, and I'm gonna see them later on this year. I ain't worried about that. That's gonna look in the mirror.
Offensive line, I wouldn't be worried about them neither.
I'm looking in the mirror at them, and I'm saying that ain't gonna get it. And then Tariq gonna be the problem because he's not gonna have any mojo. The way the path he on, he's not gonna have any mojo to play football. He playing football now to take care of children. I ain't worried about the Miami Dolphins. I ain't worried about the Miami Dolphins.
Is he gonna have the energy to show up?
Look, when he was in Kansas City, I was terrified of him because he was with that dude. Over there, he doing whatever the hell he want to. He probably don't even practice most days.
Right. I feel like Love deserving more than Tua because we see Tua got all the utilities around him. I mean, he playing at Miami with a offensive guru. So I feel like that Tua have been given everything he needs, and he just keep falling short. I mean, with the concussions and go ahead and the playoff losses he been having. Go ahead, RC.
If you relevant for the last 20 years.
If you take your guy AR and you give him the skill players that Tua has, he'll be worth the same amount of money. Because look, I've been on record saying I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback, but you can't stick Brock Purdy in freaking Denver and he gonna be Brock Purdy. You know who he gonna be? Purdy and his ass out the league. You see what I'm saying? He got time to do what he's doing because it's a little bit more leeway where I can throw a screen and a guy houses it for 40 yards. Like Tariq is just basically playing video games. He just, Tua. I don't think Tua, Jordan Love. We don't know them guys. We don't know them guys. Them guys he playing with, them ain't number one guys over there. Them a bunch of guys. They're growing.
You didn't tell about the explosion of Achane and Mustard doing what they do in that backfield. So Tua, I mean, he got all day. It's like, I'm hand off the Achane. He gonna take it 98 yards. I don't go to Hill for 96.
So are you not agreeing with the 212 he got?
No, I'm fine with what he got. I don't
he gonna get what he gonna get it regardless.
They gotta pay somebody. I'm saying if I had
because the way I look at it.
He can get 50. Daniel Jones got 40.
Look, if Trevor Lawrence and Kirk Cousins can make money, he can make money as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That's how I look at it.
But to me, Kirk Cousins is better. He's done more.
He's more seasoned.
Yeah, I kind of value guys I've seen win with little or nothing. Like I've seen.
Yeah, he won in Washington with nothing.
Pierre Garçon.
That Washington team was pretty good. Now
they were scrappy, but they wasn't like they were scrappy, but they wasn't like
they had Vernon Davis. If I'm not mistaken, they had Garçon. They had a few pieces.
But you know who Pierre Garçon is? You know him better than me in Indianapolis. But that's who Brandon Ayuk is, Pierre Garçon. That's who the hell he is.
That's a good one.
I disagree. Brandon Ayuk hands than Pierre Garçon.
You saying Pierre better?
No. I said Brandon has better.
I think Pierre better.
Pierre Garçon.
I think Pierre Garçon better.
I think he's more Brandon Lloyd than anything.
Ayuk is more Brandon Lloyd. I agree.
You talking about?
No. But we watched Brandon Lloyd do it in San Fran and with the Broncos.
Garçon was a burner. Like he was a speed guy. Garçon was a burner.
He was. So Brandon Lloyd made way bigger plays with nothing.
I think Brandon Lloyd.
He has hands.
Yes, I'm telling y'all, Ayuk is. If you take him out of that offense, he don't look the same. He ain't even the best. He's the fourth best player on the offense.
Well, shit, y'all got George Kittle and
okay. So look, when you lose a Debo and you lose a Trent, you still got Kittles and Ayuk, but Ayuk don't produce because he becomes the X, the main guy, and defense has got, and he can't do what CD do. That's why you need to pay CD wherever he want. CD was getting down with no other guy on the other side, and a tight end named Ferguson that ain't very good. He good, but he ain't great. Come on, man.
Wasn't that Matt Duffy on Brandon Ayuk in the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
that gave him fits.
But dude,
and
he getting not discredit him. Come on now, he was getting.
But Matt Duffy
if Chris Jones doesn't get in Brock Purdy's face, Ayuk is scoring the game on the touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he is. But listen, this is what the problem was. You know why Chris Jones showed up there? Debo wasn't even in the game, did. So the defense don't have to account for Debo Samuels. He got open. Yeah. Chris Jones come here, but you take a weapon away and the value go down. It's kind of like, man, I know Michael Pittman is your ex and JT's there, but I'm watching Pittman go to work. Defense is like, it's terrifying to watch that guy, T.O. Them guys can go to work and it don't matter who else over there. You can put Todd Pinkston over there. Right. You see what I'm saying? That Debo Samuels over there. Okay.
Hey, Todd Pinkston was my receiver coach at Pedal, man.
Hey, shout out to Todd,
really?
Man.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Todd
Pinkston good, but I'm saying Eagles, baby. Them golden Eagles.
Local legend.
It's to me, I guess what I'm saying is talent. And when you paying these players now, you paying the market.
Oh, I have a question. So I guess my question to everybody: do y'all think that what Tua got? Do y'all think that contract will age poorly?
I mean, all of them do.
Yeah.
Irrelevant. He'll be mid-tier in 2-3 years with his contract.
I think what the Dolphins are looking at is like we might not get a quarterback of that caliber in the next year or two, so they kind of just paying him for at least the next 4 years.
But here's the problem:
it's a safe contract.
Mm-hmm.
It is. But if he comes out this year and he goes back to 2022, because it's kind of like Anthony Davis. Don't want to see Anthony Davis get hurt, but we know it's right around the corner. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? So with Tua, are we past that? Because I'm for every team drafting quarterbacks every year. Whether you got a number one guy, you don't. Because, man, the edge rushers, they don't. When I was watching football earlier, long ago, I'm the eldest statement. I remember defensive ends. Now they got edge rushers. So them guys just in the league just to rush the passer. And they ain't a motorcycle thing. So if you can't get that ball out your hand and you're not mobile, you DOA.
And him bucking up, I don't know if they're gonna hinder him or help him.
He look good. He was shaking.
What you say?
I think we need to give him. He's had 1 year injury free. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt until he shows he can.
So what happened if the Dolphins let you pay again this year in the playoffs? What do you think? What happens if the Dolphins do the same thing what they did last year, just lay a goose egg in the playoffs? What y'all think the course of action would be?
We can't blame Tua for everything, man.
Exactly.
No.
Well, he sure didn't look like he came to play against the Chiefs in that game.
You act like he's the only person on the field in Miami.
He's the leader, though.
He's the leader. But this is why I got to take up for him. When you got the receivers saying they coming out, Jalen Waddle and Tariq is saying, well, it was too cold. I didn't want to be out there.
Exactly.
Okay. Who said that? Like you don't want to be.
Who said that?
Jalen Waddle went on the pivot. I think it was the pivot or something. They were talking about how.
See, that's why you should do podcasts. It
was so cold, man. It was times we didn't want. Don't look over here to. Don't look over here to us. What was said. Okay.
Come on.
Like,
can you fight? Well, I didn't know that. If I would have heard that, then I was like, no, okay. Waddle, he need to go. Then
Tua can't block.
You getting paid. You getting paid to play in no elements.
You
getting paid to play in no elements. You shouldn't be saying that, especially in the playoff game.
Yeah.
So, man, Waddle, they might be looking at you sideways, bro. Shouldn't be doing podcasts like that.
They not. This is a new generation. They not. Everybody want to get paid. It ain't about winning. It's about getting paid.
You say it's about winning. If you say it's about getting paid, not winning, that's crazy.
He's right.
That's crazy. That couldn't be me. I like to win. All right. Let's go and do our. What you say?
I said, give me that money. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, if you good, money will come.
Yeah, I want to win too, though.
I want to win.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm
All
at the
right.
highest level of football. Like you said, all that's gonna come along. I'm like Devontae Adams, man. Like I want to win. I want to be the best that ever played. The money gonna come. Like Jalen Waller, that's another one they overpaid.
Right. Well, it's like how you look at Gronk, his whole attitude. He was living off endorsement deals. He ain't touch none of his contract money. That's what I'm saying. Money gonna come.
Yeah.
You just gotta go out there and play and win.
Not every athlete has that discipline though. We have to take that into account.
That's why you get products like that versus the Chiefs on the field.
Yep. Not every athlete has that mindset.
All right. NFC West predictions, right? So, like I said, new format. We're gonna do it like this. You're gonna go through your one, tell your one and why, then go through the rest of the divisions, just get the rest of the records. Then at the end, we just debate and talk about it and see where we are wrong or right at. So we'll start off with Flowers. Your prediction?
You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb this year. I think the Rams are gonna win the division.
Oh, okay.
How many games they winning?
Give me the Rams at 11-6.
So what's the rest of the records then? You have Rams at 11-6.
Give me San Fran at 10-7. Give me the Cardinals. The Cardinals, and I will say this before I say, I'm gonna tell you, I got the Cardinals for 8-9, but I do think the Cardinals can possibly make the playoffs. And give me Seattle. Give me Seattle 6-11. I think they have a backwards year, but Donald trying to get acclimated in Seattle. They're trying to figure out some things. I think they have a down year.
What I was looking at the schedules earlier yesterday. That's a lot of teams that in the middle of pack that can surprise people if they're not careful. They can come up there and win some games in their home in that stadium if they don't take them seriously.
Win 10 games. I'm putting them at 8.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals are sneaky, man. You seen it last year when they were playing for nothing and everybody's getting acclimated.
Also, weren't the Cardinals was a top 10 offense? I think when Kyler Murray was playing.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, when you playing, he just couldn't win nothing either. When it mattered.
It's gonna be a whole lot better this year.
All right, Gatwood. What's yours, buddy?
I got the Niners at 17-0.
You mean 0-17?
No, I got the Niners at 12-5. I mean, they're pretty much the same team as last year. They're just gonna win games. I mean, it's just gonna happen. They still got a great defense, all the weapons. And then I
still
got
said it corner suck.
Who are their two corners? Is they still got Ward?
Nobody. Keith Sweat.
Bro, listen, they still got Ward, and then the opposite guy gonna be he's probably gonna be the Domador or either the kid from Oak Grove. Luter, he's really good. Luter's really good.
Yeah, he's really good.
The Amador's his name. I fucked his name up.
No, Drake Greenlaw scares me too.
Yeah, that's what happened to him in the playoffs. That pass rushing wasn't pass rushing. And so them teams was getting after their corners. Expose them a little bit.
That's anybody though, ain't it? If you don't get no person.
If you have good corners, man. I mean, look at the Saints. Our pass rush wasn't that great. We had
you don't understand football. If I don't get no personal,
I'm telling you what the Saints was doing. We didn't have great pass rush. And Lante Taylor, Paulson, and Debo. Come on now, we were locking down guys without Lattimore last year. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and finish the list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not too worried about their secondary because they have a really good pass rush. And then I got the Rams at 10-7. I think they're going to be pretty good, but I think they're going to have a void obviously with Aaron Donald gone. That's a huge loss. Leadership wise too. I mean, he was the leader of that team really on defense especially. And then I got the Cardinals at 8-9. I think they're going to be better if Kyler can stay healthy. I think it seems like him and Marvin Harrison are already building some chemistry, so that looks good. And then I got the Seahawks at 6-11. I think they're going to have a down year. New coach. They're getting older. Geno's getting older. I just don't think they're going to have a good year.
Yeah, the Cardinals. The only big names they lost were Marquise Brown and Rondale Moore. So they not hurting them too much, and they picked up Zay Jones. I like Zay Jones.
Hey, Rondale Moore can stand on top of Hollywood Brown's shoulders, and that's Marvin Harrison Jr. right.
Right. Cause what, both of them like 5'8"?
Yeah.
Rondale Moore like 5'9", I think.
Yeah.
Or somewhere around there.
Then your territory, brother.
Hey, we doing it as with this height. We doing with this height, Gatwood. It doesn't matter. All right, most unknown. What you got?
It was tough for me, to be honest, but I'm gonna go on the limb here. I think the Rams will win 13 games.
That a boy.
I got 49ers winning 12. I got Cardinals. I'm taking the risk here, but I got them winning 11 games.
Jeez, the whole division.
Oh,
West loaded, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think NFC West probably the best division right now. Is
you make a good point
because it's really the Cardinals. I don't think they can win 12 games, but I think if Kyler Murray stays healthy, I think he'll do some damage out there for sure. And also, I got Seahawks winning just 5 games, going 5-12. But maybe 7 at the most. But 4-5 sounds like it.
So you don't think the NFC East is not up there with the West?
Oh yeah, it is.
No. The NFC East? That's 2 teams over there.
So could the Commanders beat the Cardinals? If the Cardinals and the Commanders went head to head,
the Cardinals beat the first off you. You know who the Cardinals is? The Cardinals are the Philadelphia Eagles, what they used to be. Huh? That guy that's over there coaching the Cardinals used to coach the Eagles. He know how to use them guys.
What was the Cardinals' record last year?
That don't matter. We know they beat the Eagles handily. We beat the Cowboys. They should have beat the Niners. They beat the Rams. They don't play around. They did not play around down the stretch. You did not want to see them.
Offensively, man, they stacked. They are underrated offensively.
James Conner gonna fall off a little bit.
McBride, you had that kid in it, that Marvin Harrison kid.
Marvin Harrison, rookie of the year. I'm calling it.
Is that rookie of the year?
Yes, sir.
Shoot, I don't have what their record was, but I believe the Commanders finished in the middle of Pac 2 last year.
The Commanders, they finished what? They picked what, 3rd, 4th? So
they picked 2nd overall.
Yeah, they picked 2nd overall. So they wouldn't.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. Yeah, they didn't finish in the middle of the pack.
Not at all.
They lost that many games.
You damn right they did.
Oh yeah, that's right. They didn't have no quarterback.
I don't think any team will worry about the Commanders
at all.
I would. Commanders, that D line.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
They got rid of the D line.
Yeah.
No, it played much better. It played much better later on.
The only thing they got is that wide receiver.
They got the Ron Payne.
Got some good skill positions. When the Commanders ran the ball last year, they were a top 10 offense running the ball. They just didn't run. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, because they had Brian Robinson Jr. I forgot the other kid's name.
They got Smith Kingsbury over there now, so good luck.
They're gonna be running gun.
They did have an elite defensive line, but they got rid of Chase Young and Sweat.
Mm-hmm.
No, as the year went on, they improved. They started getting sacks and pressures. So without Young,
they're stepping up.
Yeah.
They doing all that to win 6 games. Ain't that so?
Right.
All right, RC.
Yes, sir. This is my division. I got G classification to be able to tell you what the hell finna go on. Now watch this ride I'm gonna take you on. The Arizona Cardinals scare me more than the Rams. I don't know what the hell y'all seen the Rams losing Whitworth and Aaron Donald in back-to-back years. That's a big hole in your middle of your defense, and that's a big hole on your left tackle. And you got You got an aging quarterback and a running back that everybody value way too much because Kyron Williams is not no different than Jordan Mason and most all them guys you see in that damn offense. You can put anybody in that offense, they're gonna run for 1,000 yards. Okay, so that's just me how I feel about the Los Angeles Rams. They're gonna be 10-7 because at the end of the day, they gotta play the Cardinals just like I do. My Niners gonna go 13-4. Like somebody said earlier here, they're gonna win games because why? They got the best roster in football. If they don't all get hurt together collectively, they're gonna win games. And I think they're better this year than last year because Brock Purdy didn't have an all season before. The year before that, he was coming in at Mr. Irrelevant, and now he got an all season to sit and learn and look at. I'm talking about he can't get worse. He's gonna get better. Then I feel like wholeheartedly we're better. We have more depth. When we actually have depth, we're better. Last year I feel like we had names. They're gonna be 13-4, Rams 10-7, Cardinals 7-10. They can get to. I think they can take the next step, but they still got to play the Rams and the Niners. So I don't know how the hell they get to 11 wins because we do play. I think we might be playing the AFC East, and the Jets and Bills and Dolphins going to be a problem. Them games going to mean so they're going to be tough games. At the very bottom is where they belong. The Seahawks at 5-12. Your asses finally went back to the bottom. Find Pete Carroll after all those years. You bring in Mike Mentor, who's a Michigan guy. That shit not going to work. DK Metcalf is going to want out of there by the end of the year because nothing over there. Everything's going to be catered to the defensive side of the ball, and they're going to want to run the football and play that Michigan brand of football. And ladies and gentlemen, that's some boring shit right here to watch. It's like watching paint dry, and you're going to have a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the only disagreement I have is I need y'all to tell me what the hell y'all see the Rams got that I don't see. Somebody tell me.
I said they were 10-7 just like you.
Yeah, I'm the other guys. The two guys that said they're gonna win the division. How they get there?
I understand they lost Aaron Donald. Big loss.
Hold on before you say that. The one reason why they ain't gonna get it, they got a leprechaun on their team, they Jimmy Garoppolo, bad luck following him. Go ahead, carry on. I ain't winning shit.
If Jimmy Garoppolo comes in, if Jimmy Garoppolo has to play any time in the season, I already need it. Yeah. All right. But first and foremost, the offensive line, they drafted them last year before last. They'll be better. The defensive line, even though they lost Aaron Donald, didn't they draft Jared Vernon? Didn't they get both guys from Florida State? They had some talent come in last year. They played pretty well with Aaron Donald. They were rookies. So second year guys are going to be pretty good. But Kyron Williams, I understand the talk with Kyron Williams, but what McVay has shown us, he can pretty much look and play anybody. But if Kyron Williams is what he was last year, they're going to win some damn football games. But you get Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and whatever else we're add on that offense, I just think it's relevant enough to be a challenge to the 49ers. I just don't trust the 49ers as far as they got a lot going on with people wanting to get paid, to worry about injuries. I'm thinking about the run the 49ers have been on the past 2 years as far as playing all these games. Does it take a toll? And I hope not. Don't get me wrong. Now, I hope they don't take a toll on y'all. But I wouldn't be shocked if somebody prevalently got hurt. And I can say that for any team, but definitely the 49ers with all the games they played within the last 3 years.
Yeah, I agree with that. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
There is a possibility that Brock Purdy can regress. There is a possibility of that.
Listen,
no, he's not.
So listen, now here's the part of the show where I educate you. Because sometimes everybody on the panel have to bring you along because you're not looking at it. You're looking at it from a biased view, a very biased view of hatred. So get out of hatred. Let's be an analyst now. Let's get an analyst. Now watch this. If the guy comes in as Mr. Irrelevant getting no snaps, okay? He got no snaps and was forced to play, and you end up in the NFC Championship game. Then you get in the NFC Championship game, dog. What you do? You tear your elbow up, you mess your elbow up, okay? Then the following year, you can't get no snaps because you healing, right? All right? You get to the Super Bowl, brother. Okay. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl because I believe at some point Detroit, Green Bay, Dallas, somebody gonna kick that door down. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm saying as constructed. Brandon Ayuk, Ricky Parrish, that's the same person. Debo Samuel's the only cog on your offense who is unique. He gonna get hurt. But if he gets hurt, Jawan Jennings there. Then you bring in Logan Thomas from Washington. And you got George Kittle. And you Trish, the two guys you told Michael complaining and not getting paid, one guy need to retire. Okay? He about to retire. So he ain't finna get a 5-year deal. And what he gonna do is he want his money. So he gonna help, he gonna redo his deal so the other guy can get paid. Just pay Trent Williams. We don't give a damn about Brandon Ayuk. The Niners front office, it's a masterclass. What they got going on.
It isn't Trent Williams holding out?
Masterclass.
Yeah, he holding out. And this is why I call him masterclass, Ben. What you don't understand. We don't pay players. Okay, we don't pay Derek Carrs. We play players that develop, improve, and off production. By production, you got to pay Brandon Ayuk. But if you don't, one of y'all teams go on it. And you're going to give me something for him. And I'm going to keep drafting 3rd round, 4th round, and keep getting better and keep building my team versus signing Chase Young, who got a major neck injury for $13 million. That's what your team do. That's not what my team do. You can't get mad at me for this.
Hey, this the same guy that went and got Chase Young. Now you trying to bash him because he left y'all.
No, I'm not bashing Chase Young. Chase Young got in the Super Bowl and showed the entire country I'm a problem. But I also got I got the same injury that Peyton Manning
he don't have a major neck injury. That's wrong.
He has the same injury that Peyton Manning has. But the thing about it is, he's a defensive lineman. He's going to put his hand in the dirt, and he got to get up. And I got a friend that played in the National Football League named Eugene Sim. That's the injury that took him out the league, okay? So you signed that. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Stop looking through the biased lens and hatred. And just
he looking good training camp. I mean, he's ahead of schedule, so I don't know what you're talking about.
The question was about the Niners. The Niners' problem is in Detroit, in Green Bay, in the NFC. And those teams mirror them, and they don't fear them. And eventually, those teams are going to knock that down because you can't keep getting to that stage and losing. It won't be – it's Green Bay, Detroit, and Kyle Shanahan that's going to prevent the 49ers from hoisting that little boy Detroit. It won't be the damn Rams at all. We own them.
We don't see.
We don't beat them. We don't beat them.
Has a history too.
Times. What's up?
CMC has a history too, so we're gonna see.
A history of what?
Injuries.
Yeah, okay, but then he going out. Who coming in?
Who? Who's the other running back?
Okay.
Who?
Elijah Mitchell.
Who took me to the NFC Championship?
Elijah Mitchell. Y'all brushed the Caldwells off that guy.
Come on, man. Stop.
I mean, y'all gonna have to do some tune-ups or something, cause I don't think they ran that engine in a while.
Tell me this. Not the Niners, but in the National Football League right now, if the one team got a shot to win every game on their schedule, who is that team? Who you think? If you just really looking at the schedule, just saying who got the horses to run the gauntlet, they're not gonna do it. But the Niners got the team.
Your division.
We got the team that can beat every team on the schedule. Every team listed, we can beat on that schedule. It's the first time I looked at my schedule and say I can win every game except one game. Kansas City.
That's not the same thing I looked at when I saw your schedule. I saw some hard teams on there.
Where?
That can give y'all some problems.
Who?
I got them right here. I mean, I looked at the schedule, went through it. So y'all have the Jets, Minnesota, Rams.
You've been telling me about the Jets for 2 years.
I'm just reading your whole schedule. I'm just reading your whole schedule. The Jets, Minnesota, Rams.
The Rams.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll tell you where I have y'all losses and wins at.
Go ahead.
All right. So I have y'all losing the Jets. Y'all beat Minnesota. Yeah. First game of season. Gonna get the L. So y'all losing to the Jets, Minnesota. Y'all beating Minnesota, beating Rams, beating New England, beating Arizona, beating Seattle, losing to Kansas City. I do have y'all beating Dallas, but I can see that going either way. Y'all beating Tampa, beating Seattle. I can see y'all losing Green Bay, but I gave you the win anyway versus Green Bay.
I don't lose against Green Bay before I lose the damn the Jets. Like damn.
Is it in Lambeau?
No,
I don't think.
Yeah, it's in Lambeau.
That'll be a good game.
I
Yeah.
want to say that I understand what RC is saying. They got a pretty good, easy schedule.
You think about them games.
Hold on, I'm not finished yet.
Keep digging. You
So
pull out the
they
85
have
later.
at Green Bay, then at Buffalo. So you have 2 games in late December in the cold weather.
So I get to play the crash dummy this year. That what you just told me? Thank you.
I mean, I almost lost to Green Bay.
No,
So I have y'all losing to Buffalo. I have y'all beating Green Bay, but losing to Buffalo.
I'm gonna lose
Y'all
to
beat
Green
Chicago.
Bay before I lose Buffalo.
I think. Well, I said either or. Y'all gonna lose one of those. So I have y'all splitting against the Rams. I have y'all losing to Miami. I have y'all losing to Detroit, and I have y'all beating the Cardinals again. So I have y'all at 11-6.
We losing to Miami.
Y'all gonna lose one of them big games.
But my point is, I'm just saying this. And I'm not speaking from bias. I'm saying talent-wise, by roster. Now you know who Juwan Jennings is. You know my team, right? You know who every player is. By talent, on paper, they look like they have a roster they can run the tape or get back to the Super Bowl. Now, how it goes, I don't know. But for you to tell me that I'm going to digress in a contract.
I mean, 11-6 is digressing. I mean,
so you
Flowers,
telling me
you have it?
11-7. Don't digress
no,
in a
11-6.
contract year. You saying Purdy gonna digress in a contract?
I mean, 11-6 is nothing wrong. RC, the teams y'all playing are getting better.
I ain't talking about the record. I'm saying you telling me my quarterback gonna go backwards, knowing he got to get paid.
Anything can happen. Hurts had a regression, so why can't
he finna cut up, dude? He finna cut up and get paid, dog. He finna get paid.
I see what RC's saying that, like from a non-biased standpoint, yeah, they have the best roster in football.
This is third year, right? Third year, right?
He's finna get paid.
This is the year when quarterbacks usually pop. You know, their third year. He's not up on extension until
pop the ACL.
Dog, listen, you pay. They gonna pay him now, bro. You got to pay him.
They to pay him until next offseason. Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
49ers have the 18th strongest schedule in the league.
18. Hold on. See, I didn't look at the 49ers schedule. Let me give them 12 wins and let me keep
somebody most unknown. You are the statistician now, brother. Tell him again what is because you know why?
I thought that would be tougher.
Hold on. Last time you said it didn't matter.
Yeah, but it matters with most unknown because I know he ain't biased.
I use that for my team. You're like,
Hey, look.
It doesn't make sense for the 49ers to finish in the Super Bowl and to have the 18th strongest schedule.
Do you hear me?
Put me down for 12 wins. I didn't know.
Do you hear what he's telling you, Ben? How did they end up with the
12? Okay, that's just one more win, but y'all can still lose against some of them good teams.
No, I had them at 10. I said, you
have them 11. You have them 11-6.
Okay, yeah, put them at 12 because the 18th strongest schedule for the NFC champion 49ers. That's absurd.
But see, this is my thing about the disgruntled player today. What we view as disgruntled, like what T.O. and all those guys were pissed off, these guys putting on the show. Brandon Ayuk is a quiet, shy guy who is being told by his agent, you need to get on social media and be the guy you're not. And so it looks weird, right? He gonna get paid. We have never not paid our players. But if he was really disgruntled, his ass would be out of there. I ain't worried about that. My issue with the 49ers is the guy who's calling the freaking play. It's kind of like McDaniel in Miami. He's too smart for his own good.
You talking about your head coach or your
I like the guy in Green Bay better because he's a more humble guy. McDaniel's over there calling plays with freaking shades on. He got on Ray-Bans. You know, look at my shoes. They believe the hype about themselves.
Yeah, I don't like McDaniels that much.
But Kyle's the same way at the press conference. It's as if he don't won 2 Super Bowls. You listen to him talk. Give me an Andy Reid who comes in with mustard on his lip. You know, I don't want my coach is just he believes he's that guy. There's nothing wrong with confidence, but he looks like a fool who have not accomplished anything to be the guru because he's not a guru. You can't muster points when you need to. Everybody running your shit better than you. So that's what's gonna keep us from winning, Ben. It ain't gonna be Purdy. It's when that guy has to take that same exam. It's when that guy has to take that same part of that test again. That he ain't
I call it the Frank Wright syndrome.
That part.
The Frank Wright syndrome.
That part right there.
When
all right.
In your system, the system.
I have the Rams at 9-8, and then I have the Cardinals at 5-12, and I have Seahawks at 6-11.
Ben, I bet you the Cardinals.
Damn, you got. I don't know about that.
Probably
Ben.
so. I ain't saying that they won't do good. I'm just saying what I saw from the schedule.
I don't think the Seahawks win more games than the Cardinals.
Seahawks might be
the 11 wins though.
Seahawks,
crazy,
man, they got a new coaching staff over there, so
it's over, man.
It's easy to see. It's easy to see when they do.
Hey, it's hard.
I think they're more predicated. I think they're gonna be a little bit more predicated on that backing system and getting the ball out quicker with their receiver core they have.
They got Sam Howell as the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I think Geno still. I thought Geno was still there.
He is.
He is. But the new regime gonna come in and phase Geno out. Sam Howell gonna fight and probably be a starter at some point.
So
and that's the problem I have. Go ahead.
Do you think Geno has a better chance than Sam Howell?
No.
Do you think the Seahawks would have a better chance if they had Geno than Sam Howell?
Yeah. Geno gonna give him, because he got rapport with his guys. With looking at, that's what I hate about coaching staff changes. Like, instead of using the players that you have to try to win, you try to implement something new. And if you watch Michigan play, like I said, or the Baltimore Ravens, it's like a grinding of gears. So he's gonna try to run the football, and DK gonna have fits over there. DK gonna want the hell out of there. Send him to the AFC if he decides he want to leave. Get him out of there.
He probably will be after this year. All right, we got some. What you say, Flowers?
I said I agree.
All right, we have some NFL news. Rashad Penny retires at the age 28.
Who?
Rashad
Penny.
Damn.
Yeah, he's 2 years younger than Ty earlier.
The new kickoff rules are onside kicks are illegal before the fourth quarter. The team must be losing to try an onside kick, and the team must announce the intention to kick an onside kick ahead of time.
Well, they had that back in 2009. We won Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I know, right?
Yes, indeed, Flower. That's the first thing that came to my soul. That's crazy. Now you want to put that in.
How's that even? Why would they do that? Don't even make sense for them.
I don't agree with it. I don't like it.
I don't like the new kickoff rule.
I kind of do now when I think about it, because they had they returned only 30% of kickoffs, but they gave the guys more chances to return the kickoff.
Hold on. I get what you're saying, but what was wrong with the kickoff in the first place? Nothing. They moved the ball up so the kick.
Injuries,
touchbacks. Okay, you can get in. See, but that's the bull right there, because you're worried about people running downfield, colliding, getting hurt. What's the difference in that than the ball being snapped and people going 100 miles an hour?
Yeah, and Dre Greenlaw bouncing on the sideline, take off, pop. He hurt.
They said, the kickoff rule have them like 10 yards apart or something like that, and they can't run until they can't.
In that, so what's the difference?
You trying to be safe at the dog
fight? What you say?
You trying to be safe at the dog fight. Once the dogs start fighting, get out the way. Like,
I'm just telling you what the new rules are.
We know the rule, but my thing, look, the only thing with the kickoff that I agree with them taking away was the wedge. Because I used to do the wedge when I played ice. Like, I understand them taking the wedge away, people holding their hands, run downfield, knocking somebody out. I get that. But as far as just kicking the ball off, letting somebody set up, whether it's 10 yards apart or you're covering 40 yards down the field, there's still going to be contact regardless. You're not contact.
Take up all the artificial turf if you're really trying to protect the player.
Grass.
They still use artificial turf?
Yes.
Man, that junk is dangerous.
We would never had that for these.
Pop his knee trying to run on the field. That's why you see that.
I guess they ran the the system in the USFL or something.
Look,
Well, I think that's the league called USFL.
We know it works, but we have seen a regular kickoff kickoff returns for the past 35 years of my life, 30 plus years in your life, 20 plus years in y'all life. The NFL has been around for 100 years. All right, don't change it now.
It's not broken. Why reinvent the wheel?
I'm telling you.
Being y'all lucky, man. Y'all lucky.
Hey,
Drew
bunch of
Brees wouldn't have
softies,
that
man.
ring.
They a
He
bunch of
wouldn't have that
softies.
ring. He wouldn't have that
Right.
He wouldn't
So,
have that ring.
that's what I'm saying. So how stupid is that we gotta alert somebody that kicking an onside kick and you don't get doing it in the fourth quarter?
I think saying that it's for safety is a cop out at this point.
Yes.
We'll never see another Devin Hester.
I never want to hear anything about the NFL trying to say we're making things safe because they made helmets for black people and said, hey, let's put these helmets on these guys because they're not intellectually smart. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would never side with NFL with safety.
Yeah.
They don't care about your safety.
And you tell me the Jets you talking about they say, well, it's a cold weather place and it would cost too much money. Bro, y'all got so much money, you're able to pay the players too much money. So, the fields, bro, is where the problem is. Like, there's no reason why they still playing on artificial black rubber pellets on the ground. Like, it's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, to get in your eyes and stuff. But those are the new rule changes, and a lot of people, they said this about a lot of stuff that they're not gonna watch, but they're gonna watch. They're gonna have their itch and they're gonna tune in regardless.
Yeah, the NFL gonna be around forever.
Right. It don't matter what you say. Unless we just start going to the games and like, hey, stop changing the game. We want everything back to the way it was. But I don't see that happen.
One more thing. If it's so dangerous, why hasn't college football implemented it?
Hey, listen, college football don't change nothing. Like, they just go. And they play a more physical brand of football. I don't like that target. I don't like that.
The USFL play a more brand of physical football.
The USFL did that to try to be innovative, to try to be different.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason.
I'm talking about the hits. I'm talking about the hits in the USFL, man. They'll lay you out.
How do you be safe in a dangerous sport? I don't get it.
I'm telling you.
Well, there was a report that came out that they're gonna allow players, I think, next year to wear Guardian caps.
What is that?
The caps they wear in practice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna do nothing.
To go over the helmet.
What they gonna do?
I gotta look that up. Hold on.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
Yeah.
But they have to wear them in practice.
The man bra they wearing tells them if they get overheated. Like,
wait, what?
It's kind of like the man sports bra thing. Everybody thinks.
Oh my god!
I think if the NFL should change anything, it should be they should do like college rules and overtime. After the first overtime, instead of tying, they should go to the college rules.
Yeah.
That's what I think they should do.
Yeah. Should never be a tie in the National Football League. But you know why it's a tie? It's by gambling.
Yeah. Is that the only sport that have a tie?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
God, the other sports have shootouts.
Oh yeah, soccer.
Yes. Yeah, they have shootouts.
This looks stupid.
That's
Guardian caps.
Soccer, they have to.
If somebody on my team wear that shit, I'm gonna be mad as hell. But if somebody on y'all team wear that shit, I'm gonna talk about y'all team. Like, you out there, it's a hard helmet with a cover. Okay.
Boom.
Like, I don't understand how that lessens the blow or whatever. I have to do my research on it. Wouldn't
it make your helmet more bigger target? Because with the Guardian cap, make it stick out a little bit more.
I'm guessing the cap on the outside probably. I'm assuming. I'm guessing it braces the impact when your head hits the ground.
It's almost something like a.
Maybe if y'all had grass, that contact with the head and the helmet wouldn't be so hard because you got heads are hitting.
They swear up and down. They swear up and down that grass, it takes too much money to keep the grass the way it should be. They use the whole.
You got billionaires telling that they're making billions of dollars a year,
right,
off of the game of football, and they can't hire a maintenance. They did it. They did it before the turf.
Who was it? Wasn't it Soldier Field that had the terrible field? So they're like, oh, they all use that as an example. Look at Soldier Field. Look how muddy and messed up it is on the grass.
So guess what, guys? Whether we want to believe it or not, the owners actually benefiting. They benefit. It works in their favor when guys are injured. So if I just gave Tua whatever amount of money, he don't finish that country, he gets hurt. That money, I recoup that money. Like
the insurance covers that.
Unless it's guaranteed.
Yeah, but they get some. It depends on they get it up front, but still you don't have to pay them.
You bring up Soldier Field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they make Bermuda grass, all this other kind of side that you can lay down. They can lay grass down that doesn't have to be artificial grass. They can lay real grass to replace patches.
Plus half of NFL stadiums, I believe, are like dome anyway.
Yeah.
At least majority of them.
Well, it have to get sunlight and all that type.
I think every stadium should have a retractable roof.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, I love that.
I like seeing the elements. I like seeing.
I'm saying you can when there's great weather, you play in the element. But I'm saying when it's
we do it perfectly fine. When the sun is shining, the roof is let back.
Yeah. But when it starts snowing, so what happens? The roof it starts snowing, they're gonna close it.
Yes.
If it's snowing,
play in the snow.
But I'm saying, listen, this is why I'm for it. I'm for
home field advantage.
If it's snowing and it's nice out, but if it's a blizzard, why would you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's of course it's a blizzard, close it. Like Buffalo, maybe they had to hire people to shovel. Yeah, you close the dome. But if it's a light snow, they don't play.
Yeah.
Retractable roof should be league wide by now.
Yeah.
Yes. There should be nobody
taxpayer money.
And that's why you have so many California, southern-based Super Bowls, which is aggravating. The next 3 Super Bowls is New Orleans, Santa Clara, and LA. Stupid.
All right.
I'm gonna give you one, by the way. It's the NFL rig. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not ready to script. If the Niners don't win it, if the Niners don't win it this year, I don't think. But in Santa Clara, they're gonna give me a Super Bowl to make up for all my heartache and pain. I just see how NFL's rigged.
So, last question before we got the show. What team you think gonna be a bit surprised? I mean getting to playoffs. They're probably went in the playoffs last year.
Cardinals gonna shake up. Cardinals scare me if they stay healthy. They're Philadelphia. They're what that man brought what Philadelphia was from Philadelphia to Arizona, and they walking like they belong. And I think the teams like the 49ers, Detroit, and all them, they expected to be there. But I think the Cardinals, I'm gonna say on the NFC side, the Cardinals and maybe I'm gonna say Chicago may shock some people. On that side, I think Indianapolis is a sleeper because I feel like they ain't been talked. I think Houston is the big. They walking around like, and they gonna get blindsided by what teams who are good get blindsided, but that don't get blind. That target's gonna be on Houston, and I think Indianapolis will win that division. And then at the bottom, I really think New England's gonna be better. I really do. I think New England, they got actual Madden and ping pong in their actual building. They doing stuff normal people do. They're out of prison. And so I think they might be a little bit better than most people think they're going to be.
I was going to say that. I'm going to be real quick. But my 3 sleeper teams are Arizona, the Colts, and the Bears.
Yeah.
I want to say Colts are a sleeper because they already on the radar.
No, they're not.
Not really.
I
sleep at all.
They made the playoffs. I want to call them a sleeper. I want to call somebody like
Houston getting all the pub.
Yeah, but I'll say the Colts.
Jacksonville getting all the love.
Yes,
I'll say the Colts are a sleeper because I think it wouldn't surprise me if they made a deep playoff run.
Yes,
not just.
I mean, they almost made it last year off of one play.
But Ben, I think
catch the ball.
I think in the NFC
behind them.
I didn't mention this, but in the NFC, I got the Saints winning that division because I think you talking about digressing. Watch what Baker Mayfield do, ladies and gentlemen. Like, hey, he didn't got paid. I like Baker, but there's good Baker, bad Baker. It's time for bad Baker to show up again. New Orleans gonna win.
Atlanta be a little better this year.
Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah,
that's my sleeper.
I say Atlanta.
Falcons are
my sleeper probably Atlanta and the Saints.
I don't trust Raheem Morris.
It just they got the guy from Tampa who put together a good offense for Tampa. So the Falcons got him as OC now.
Look, Raheem Morris was an interim coach, I think, at Tampa. He was a head coach at Tampa, and he coached in Atlanta as a defensive coordinator, I think. Or he might have got that job after somebody got fired.
I want to say Chicago. I thought Chicago in there too.
But this is my thing with Raheem Morris. It irks and smells like Mike Tomlin. You ever listen to him talk? Everything is like, it sounds like it's gonna work when he say it. Man, that shit don't work in the NFL. That shit work in college.
How y'all feel about the Titans?
Nah.
I don't trust Levis.
Ben said,
They got
and then like you go get the same back. You literally go get the same back. For what?
I agree. Is the better back in between the two, in my opinion.
And they overpaid. They overpaid for a corner that fits well in a system. If you don't play him in the same system he just came out of, you ask him to play more zone than he play man, he gonna look different. I'm with y'all. We're not gonna remember the Titans at the end of this year. They're gonna go on. I don't trust them. Whoever said Levis, you spot on. You spot on. I gotta see more.
I like his attitude, but
he got the attitude, got the arm. I gotta see more. I understand he got Ridley, he got Hopkins. I gotta see more.
Another guy I don't trust.
They remind me of Jacksonville.
I just gotta see more.
He drinks mayonnaise in his coffee.
They remind me of Jacksonville. They're a team that's just got similar type of talent. Quarterback plays about the same. They remind me of Jacksonville. They can be really good or really bad.
And I watched Tennessee for decades. All right, them losing Derrick Henry is more of a deal than what people realize. Derrick Henry was their everything. Yeah. And for them just to turn over from that regime, I think Mike Vrabel, he's in Cleveland right now. From
Cleveland, he is.
Callahan, it's not going to be just this 1 year pop kind of a thing. I just think Houston and Indianapolis and Jacksonville are tier ahead of them.
I agree, and Will Levis, man, the worst he can be is Ritter. So I don't think he want to be Ritter. I know I say that's the worst he can be is Ritter. So he got to.
Before we get out,
yeah.
My teams, I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
I thought about that.
Oh, Joe.
And Arizona.
Oh, hold on. I better ask y'all about the Chargers. Y'all not. How y'all feel about the Chargers?
That's a dark horse sleeper team for me.
Hey, I like to interject. So the Chargers' problem was never talent, right?
Right.
So watch Jim Harbaugh. When he got to San Francisco, they had talent already there. And they got to the NFC Championship game. What Jim Harbaugh does when he pick a job, it already has a foundation. And he brought in some guys with him. He got JK. I think that team is dangerous. The one issue about that team is if he tries to come in the National Football League with Greg Roman and run that shit he ran in San Francisco in 2011, because the football has evolved and the way Michigan play, and if he tries to do that with Justin Herbert, it's not gonna work. You gotta go forward. You gotta go full wide receiver. You gotta play a lot of spread. You gotta do a lot of things differently now. You can't line up and just run your head into the wall. So if he adapts and he evolves, they're gonna be dangerous because they have the talent.
Yeah, who was the running back? I'm looking at the
JK and Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
Oh, J.K. Dobbins?
Yeah.
They planned it out.
Okay. We see can both of them stay healthy. They don't have a good history of being healthy.
Are
the Chargers are they better than the Raiders?
Yeah. I think so. They got a quarterback.
I don't know, man. That's a they lost Josh Jacobs now. So I'll say
The
Raiders. I feel like they're better than the Raiders.
They're better than the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders don't have a quarterback.
They don't have a quarterback or a running back. Well, they got Zero White, but we're gonna see.
Man, we suck so bad.
Don't sleep on Deshaun and the Browns.
Oh, you said the Broncos or the Raiders?
No, I said I asked, was the Chargers better than the Raiders?
Oh, okay.
Now my guy up in the right hand corner, that team has been on my soul, my spirit, my sports spirit because they dangerous. They play a very physical brand of football. But losing Joe Flacco, I think, gonna hurt him because he's like a ace in the hole. If Deshaun don't pan out, you can go right to Joe. But then that's another reason why I'm picking Indianapolis, because if anything happened with AR, Joe gonna walk in there and thing. But you do not want to play Cleveland. Okay, they tough. Like Cincinnati to me, I think my fear with Cincinnati. Talk about digress. Joe Mixon, they're gonna miss Joe Mixon. The kid they got playing in Joe Mixon's spot is really good. He's a twin. He can play, but I just feel like Cincinnati reminds me of San Francisco, Green Bay, and all them guys all those teams that run that same offense. It's just like what's coming. Every year it's the same thing. Let's see if their defense will probably be there let down.
All right. Note correction of the Cardinals and the what team was that? And the Commanders had a second record last year.
But one beat really good teams and the other one messed up they messed up my underdog all the time, every time.
I want to say one more thing before we leave. Ben, I can see where you're coming from because my main problem with y'all team was the offensive coordinator. Y'all got a better offensive coordinator, but I don't think Dennis Allen is the right coach.
I told him
he ain't coaching.
I told him that a few years ago when if you'd have been on the show last year or the year before when he was really high on Jameis Winston and he couldn't tell him shit about the Saints. The Saints were going to the Super Bowl. He had to figure it out. It went from Jameis to the Red Rifle to the Red River.
Ben be on the high horse for real, man.
Ben wants to laugh. He wants to laugh.
Hey Ben, what I tell you, in the National Football League, if you're hiring a defensive coordinator to be your head coach, you're not gonna win nothing. Bill Belichick was the last one. It's very hard. Well, Pete Carroll won one. But you got to get an offensive-minded guy and then go get your defensive coordinator.
That's what we did. We went out there and got Clint.
Yeah, but he ain't the head coach. So
yeah, if Clint was the head coach, then I can understand why the Saints would be a sleeper team. But like I said, I just don't trust.
So we have a lot of pieces.
I mean, y'all got the players and pieces, but my problem is just the coaching.
Well, the O-line. I have a problem with the O-line. If we can
take
their car. What you say?
I said that O-line should not be a problem this year. I hear y'all right tackle is playing just fine.
Playing his ass off.
It's not there. It's our guards.
It's the thing with the Saints.
It's our guards.
When somebody on their team need 2 catches, when somebody on the team need to get a bonus or something, they get in the huddle like, we're going to get this for you, bro. We're going to get this for you, bro. That's the problem I have with the Saints. The guys don't respect the head coach. And what was done at the end of last season, Atlanta Falcons going to remember that. See?
They forgot about it.
And Jameis done left. Jameis got out of town.
Right, they ain't thinking about Jameis. It was all Jameis.
Oh, now you just gonna throw Jameis away. He was.
I already told you I never liked Jameis. I always stuck up for him because Sean Payton.
You put him top 10.
I know the only reason I stuck up for him because Sean Payton was sticking up for him and had him playing well. That's the only reason why I jumped on the train.
But listen, you got the same disease that the LeBron fans have. You just said something that was alarming. You said the only reason why you stuck up for him because of Sean Payton. Whatever Sean Payton, I'm not gonna try to change your mind no more, man. Listen, Sean Payton, you got it. But don't never speak on LeBron fans no more, because you got the same disease. Yeah, you got groupitis. You got groupitis, dog. You got
I don't.
You love
that was the only
dude.
player. I mean, he turned our franchise around, having us playing great for a long time.
He did.
For a very long time.
Hey, would you give him back?
What you say?
Would you give him back?
Yeah,
absolutely. Get that.
We'll take him.
We'll take him out of there.
Y'all can go back to Y'all can go back to what was that coach say? Was your head coach last year? 2 years ago? The Aaron Rodgers boy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
He's in New York, right?
Dang name. Yeah, he went to New York.
Yeah,
What's his name, bro?
I can't remember. It doesn't matter. You see how fast we just forgot the dude's name because he didn't do nothing anyway. He's just there to hype up Aaron Rodgers, to be his hype man.
Hey, listen, nobody look it up. Nobody look his name up. Put your phones down. I guarantee you won't nobody know his name. I can't even.
I thought it was Lance or Vance. No, it's not Vance.
Vance Joseph.
Yeah.
No, it's not Vance Joseph.
No, we don't even know.
Man, I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett. That's it. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
There you go, right there.
Oh yeah.
He did a hack job. He did a freaking hack job.
I remember
that guy back.
I remember hacking in that atrocious play call.
Oh my God.
Russell Wilson called.
Hey, look, hey, Hackett needed like ass Madden. Like he needed to ask John Madden for certain plays.
Right. What play do I run here?
I would never forgive him. It's fourth and short, and we got Russ. He could run, he could throw, but we decided to kick the damn ball.
Are you talking about against Seattle, right?
Yeah. I was watching the Peyton Manning or Peyton and Eli. They got that show together.
You talking about college time?
Who was the last coach to give up 72 points in the game?
I don't know.
Wasn't that the Raiders and Chargers last year?
Yep.
No.
Haley.
They talking about the Dolphins game.
Oh, 72, my bad.
Don freaking Payton.
I know he is. Come on, bro.
Oh, yeah, bro.
I mean, he didn't. Did he tell Cortland Sutton to fumble 3 times near the red
72 burger put on his helmet?
Come on,
hey.
Cortland Sutton fumbled 3 times.
John Payton.
Speaking of bad plays, who was that one? Who was that one? What team was it that they were in punting formation and the punter took the snap under center and they tackled him? Y'all remember that?
Wasn't Giants?
Who was that?
Wasn't it?
No, that was
I don't know.
That was against
it was the Colts.
That was the Colts?
Yeah.
When we did the fake punt and lined up under center and snapped it. Yeah.
Let's run up there with the Miami. Hey, so before we get off the show, man, me and Fly were talking about this, being that college football is approaching, and those of us who are playing college football right now, we know college football is hot right now, man. Not the actual game, the actual what's coming. Like the teams are unique. We need to interject some college football. We're not gonna do every team. There's too many teams, but it's some very interesting storylines, some great games that are gonna be coming down the pipeline. Bro, I'm telling you, we need to throw that in on the show a little bit because it's gonna be good, man. This is gonna be a really good year of football. We're gonna have a lot of football to watch, all the way to the Super Bowl and the national championship game. It's gonna be a long. We won't be complaining about football.
Yeah,
I thought about going over the power rankings that were released a couple.
I actually got it because they, 24/7 Sports released their rankings. They got Georgia number 1, Oregon number 2, Texas 3, Ohio State 4, Alabama 5. Then they got Penn State, Notre Dame at 7. What the freak?
Mine got Oregon at 2 for.
That's just their list, you know. 8, Oklahoma, number 9, Tennessee, and number 10, Missouri.
Listen to me, man. It's total disrespect to my guys, man. And I say this is why we need to incorporate college football. The whole idea of stars and 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, 4-star. Michigan won a national championship with one 1-star on their team, 1 5-star on their team. That was J.J. McCarthy. It's about development, and I see it in college football. Alabama, those teams, they get the best players. Oregon, they get the best players. I love seeing teams like even Miami reemerging now. They're developing their talent. And so that's the part about college football I love more than the NFL because the developmental part of it, seeing them guys grow and get better. But looking at the rankings, it's all political, especially with Ohio State. Keep being in my entire life, I've never seen them out of the top 10. You know, they always rank.
I'll be honest, as a fan, the last time I felt like we was a top 3, 5 team. Oh, you are an Ohio State fan?
Hey, block that. Everything you saying, hey, bro, listen. Ben, do it right now. Hit the horn, Ben. Hit the horn. Hit the horn.
Hit the horn.
Nah, don't hit
hit
that
the horn.
horn. Don't hit the horn, man.
Oh, you just missed your flag.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. That's why he looked like a Buckeye. I'm looking at him like, okay,
Hey,
all year long, brother. All year long. We gotta wait for one game. I'm on your neck. I'm on your neck. I'm trying to stop cussing, so I can't say what I want to say, Catwood.
My team is Colorado right now.
Colorado, man.
Come on. All right,
But now
we gotta come to a close. We gotta get to the close. All right, we are brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Place your bets through Bet Us. Win some money. We got college football coming up, NFL. I'm still betting on baseball. I'm winning $20 here and there. You know what I'm saying? Just to get me by.
Prayer
What you say, Flowers?
Prayer warriors. I need y'all to pray for us so we can get underdog back.
Hey, at this point, RC, just play player prop, man. At this point, just go ahead and play that or Bet Us.
Until underdog maybe comes back, but I'm with Ben. Let's just get on Bravado. Let's do some player props. Let's get on Bet Us. Let's get on Bet and do some player props.
Hey, like them little kids be saying, okay.
Right. To be honest, since I don't have underdog, I'm gonna be doing a lot of player props and drafters. I might just do drafters here and there.
On drafters, they have updated to where you can see their stats. Last year when we played, you can see them.
That was so aggravating. Man.
Also, since I'm with y'all right now, I want to get into fantasy football, but I never knew how to do that.
It's
easy.
Yeah.
Just pick players.
You don't do anything. You just pick your players, and the players do what they do.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
And then you trade me all your good ones.
That's Mr. Fleece over there. Gatwood. That boy be fleecing people. Y'all talking about me? Nah, y'all gotta watch out for him.
That was your fault for putting the weak links in the league. I'm gonna expose them every time.
Hey, he got kicked out too. He got him the boot. One time he hit me up. He like, hey man, you still doing fantasy league? I left him on red.
Hey Ben, who was your first pick? Jameis Winston?
Nah. I do have the first pick this year though. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, man.
You gonna take a running back? You ain't fooling nobody.
He's taking McCaffrey. You know you are.
He say you ain't fooling nobody.
Get CD Lamb.
You're right. I ain't gonna take a running back.
All the sticks.
You're right. I am. Yeah. CD Lamb gonna be gone by by pick 6 or 7.
Maybe
Patrick Mahomes gonna be gone by pick 5 or 6. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna do some mock drafts and see where these players ranked.
Drafts.
What you say?
Real men don't do mock drafts.
Hey, I do mock drafts. I just want to see what's the overall status of people's mindset.
Hey,
Flowers. Can I get some gems?
Flowers. It ain't gonna work for him. He can mark it all he want. Built the ass.
Oh. Hey, you missed the playoffs. I'm in the playoffs last year, so
you got in. Hey, you the 49ers. You got in there. You ain't win nothing. So I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it.
All right, guys.
Did he get to the championship game?
Almost.
Gatwood. Did he make it to the championship game? Gatwood.
I can't remember. Did I?
Yeah,
did
he did. It was Gatwood versus.
Playoffs.
Yeah, it was Gatwood versus my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I got second. Yeah.
And guess what? He's a Saints fan. So us Saints fans know what
they
we
finally
doing.
won something.
All right.
So I want to say that before we go, because I understand we all Team USA, but man, I like feel good stories. I think the South Sudan basketball team is such a feel good story. They are athletic. They could shoot, and they have great chemistry. And I like what Luau Dang did with that team. So shout out to them, man.
All right, that's it, guys. Thank you.
Sudan really good, man. You were right.
They play tomorrow, don't they?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. And visit our merch store to get They Hate Greatness Lamar shirt. So we're cranking out some more products for the
I
merch
think you should put
store.
yourself on the shirt, brother.
They hate greatness? Okay. Yeah, they hate greatness right here.
See how many you sell?
None.
It's a lot of them. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I'm aware.
Hey, see how many you gonna sell? Put yourself on there and see what happens, dog.
I
buy
got a
one,
lot of
man.
fans out here. I know you. Thank you, Gatwood. I sent T Wright one. I know he'll support me.
T Wright definitely ain't gonna wear that.
He gonna wear it to the club.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Come on, bro. Come on. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us.
Great
We'll
show,
be back
guys.
next week. Man, we had a good time. And watch out for some more new merch. We are out of here.
Peace.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.